with Kelly Bates. Brought to you by the Preserve Sporting Club and Resort.
Well, here's the day that we're putting to bed. We began at 58 degrees. Your average is 57, so it really was an average start to the day, but not so much in the end of the day. We typically would stop warming at about 76. We made it to 84. Not only that, with the humidity, it felt even warmer in the afternoon. Here are your records. They're going to say stay safely in the books for another year. Your record high of 90, your record low of 37. But what I personally think is the most interesting thing on this whole graphic is right here. For the month, we have received 2/100ths of an inch of rain, 0.02. Now, typically, we would be closer to 2 inches by now. And now, as we look in the forecast for the week ahead, there is a chance we could make up a good chunk of that once we get into midweek. So here's how things are going to play out looking ahead. We're going to see some clouds and fog roll in overnight tonight. It is going to dry, though. We're not going to see precipitation. As we basically dry out those clouds, we pull the temperature and the dew point apart and we bring in the sunshine. Temperatures are going to jump up pretty quickly, and we should top out closer to 80. We're going to remain dry right through Tuesday. Tuesday, we'll start to see an increase in clouds, and once we get to Wednesday night into Thursday, this is our next chance of picking up rain. But there's a catch with this rain, because it also will include the return of the muggies. It will be the remnants of what once was Francine that we're looking at coming through at that time. So it will have tropical characteristics like that. Here in Providence, we do have a beautiful view. We're watching visibilities dip down just a little bit in some areas. Like in Providence, Smithfield's down to 8 miles, same for New Bedford, but Taunton's already down to 3. And that fog situation is going to really develop for everyone as we continue through the overnight. Our current temperatures are predominantly in the 60s. We do have the 50s in Smithfield, and our dew points are also in the 60s. And how these work is, it doesn't matter the time of year. In southern New England, if we have a dew point of 60 or higher, it's muggy. Therefore, it is muggy, and we're going to continue to see those dew points on the higher side as we go through at least most of the week ahead. Now, our winds currently are light to calm, and that's one of the things that we look for when we're looking at the potential development of fog, because wind and fog do not exist well in the same space. So we got calm winds, likelihood of fog goes up. So satellite and radar are checking clear, not only up close, but as we zoom out, we have that same area of high pressure dominant and in charge. But now our attention is going to turn to this. And it's not every day we work in the tropics overview with our local forecast, but yet here we are. This is for a potential tropical storm or tropical event that could develop at a 50% chance in the next 7 days. And of course, we do have Tropical Storm Gordon, which I will tell you more about in a second. But here's how Francine, or at least the remnants of Francine, are expected to work into our local forecast and be our rainmaker for midweek. So Francine eventually dies out. Transfer of energy happens where we're going to see the development of that coastal system. Whether or not it becomes tropical, it becomes our problem midweek, and it will include a boost in dew points. It's going to be very muggy and will include rain that could be locally heavy at times. Again, Wednesday night into Thursday. Now, if it does develop into a tropical system, it gets the next name on the list, which is Helene. And Gordon, it looks like tropical storm status is about as big as it's going to get, because from this point on, Tropical Storm Gordon is expected to just sort of fizzle on out. It's meeting some shear, some winds that are coming in and sort of taking the punch out of the storm. It's a shame. I had hopes for that one, but maybe in 6 years, because the same list rotates every 6 years. Anyway, for tonight, increasing clouds. We've got some patchy fog. Winds are going to be light to calm. For Sunday, look for patchy fog clearing to sun. Temperature topping out near 78. And your extended forecast shows a continuation of that splendid weather pattern. It does come to an end, though. On Tuesday, we'll see an increase in clouds. It's going to be very muggy Tuesday, Wednesday, and for the first half of Thursday. Dew points will be well into the 60s.
It's just confusing weather this time of year. You have to dress in layers. It's hot, it's cold.
I find that happens when we're at the transition time from season to season, is that, we get a little bit of each, and,
it's
the
kind
coat
of
in
nice,
the morning,
though.
not in the afternoon, you get the
Little summer, little fall.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Kelly.
Sure.
Let's see what's going on in sports.